Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your purchase of your Redwood 4150 RD fifth wheel. You guys have picked a beautiful unit. I'm here to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. Most important thing I want you to take into consideration are your slides. So you have plenty of room for your slides to come in and out unimpeded. After a while, you get an eye for them, you'll be able to tell. Make sure those are coming in and out unimpeded, and preferably nothing hanging over top of them. Then I want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. Your water is going to be at the front of your off-camp side or your driver's side of your tow vehicle toward the front. And then your power is going to be in between your rear two slides here, just behind your tires on your off-camp side or your driver's side of your tow vehicle. Power cord stores conveniently in there. So park accordingly so that you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive, you'll unhook your hitch work. Part of that is your auto leveling system. Simply come up here and turn it on. Now up here you can raise and lower the front jacks. And all you're going to do at this point is you're going to hit auto level. Now when you arrive at the campsite, all your slides are normally in. Some people set them out and then auto level. Most prefer to leave them in. Hit your auto level, that'll bring down all of your stabilizing jacks. Once your unit's level and stable, we're going to go ahead and hook up our power. So I said inside here, locked, is a storage compartment for your power cord. You pull it out, but to retract it, just hit retract. You might want to guide it. I like to guide it so that it wraps up in there good, going back and forth like so when we're leaving the campsite. Now at the end of your 50 amp service, in your convenience pack is a 50 to 30 dog bone, and then on the end of that, if you need to plug in at home, put a 30 to 110 adapter. Our power hooked up, let's do our water. Docking station up here has this light up top. In your docking station, they made it real easy. So you've got, at the campsite, we're hooking up to City Water Connect. So we want all of these fixtures here to match City Water Connect. White down, green to the left, red up, blue to the left. Matches right here. We're all set up. First and foremost, water pressure regulator. Now this water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Always use this when putting water in your city water or your tank flush. Hook this up, hook up your hose, but don't turn on your hose yet. Let's go find our hot water heater. So over here on your campsite, just to the right of your entry doorway, is your hot water heater. All we are doing at this point when arriving at the campsite is making sure our drain plug's back in. This door does come all the way off. Put our drain plug back in. Plumber's tape is recommended. Don't use plumber's putty, that'll fill these up. Hard to get out. So put that in there very snug. And then you can go ahead and turn on your hose. Once your hose has been on for a little while, you're going to go inside your farthest away tap and open up your hot water tap. Once water's running out of there, you know that your hot water tank is full and you can turn it on from indoors. There's an on-off switch down here that is taped to off. The only time you'll ever want to use this, turn it on here as well as indoors, under electric, is if you're plugged into a 110. Other than that, 30 and 50 amp, go ahead and just turn it on from indoors. If your hot water heater is not working, there are reset valves here. If these are popped out, just come in and press them back in. There's our pressure release valve. We'll talk about that when leaving the campsite. So we got our water hooked up there for city water. Let's say we're going to use potable water and take this thing out and go dry camping. Right there, dry camping. Set it with white down, green and red up, blue to the left. Now we're set to fill our tank for dry camping. Fill it in the same spot here. Here's to winterize it, siphoning up things to bypass your hot water heater, sanitizing. Just remember, when using your potable water is when you're going to want to turn on your water pump. Don't turn on your water pump when using city water. It's already pressurized. All right, about covers everything to get set up. Let's go ahead and show you around the rest of the unit. Let me shut this power leveling system off. Cable hook up, satellite and cable here. 110 here. There's a spray port here with this hose that'll go on there. Again, your connections, city water tank, black tank flush. We'll talk about that when leaving the campsite. Your black and gray tanks. Little area here if you want to run your water hoses down through there. And your tank dump was actually here. You pull your handles inside your control panel here. And this is your water filter. Just to the right of that is your furnace heat release. If you're running your furnace, steer clear of that. It'll get rather warm. Your big pass-through storage area. This is a handle to help you change your water filter. Propanes are being filled right now, but I just want to show you in here, you do have a regulator. Simply point it toward the tank that you wish to be using. This will be green when full, red when empty. Prep for solar. You can plug a solar panel in here and that'll trickle charge your batteries. Up front here, storage, batteries. Then this is all prepped for a generator. There's your propanes. The other one will go over here. Side here is access to all of your water connection. Furion sound system from around here. Bunch of accent lights for the unit. Your vacuum, you can hook the hose up here. Turn that on. There's your vacuum system. Lighting out here. A fan that'll actually hook up to your awning. And more storage under here. 110. Your water heater again. Puppy pet leash. Everything else is just your slides on your campsite. There's your auto leveling system. Take note, they have not washed your trailer yet. They're finishing up the prep. Ladder. Go up top, check your seams. At least a couple times a year. Look things over, caulk as needed. It'll maintain as well as you maintain it. This unit's also prepped for a Furion backup camera. It's a device that you purchase from our store that allows the device that sits on the dash of your tow vehicle to electronically communicate with that, giving you a backup camera for the unit. That about covers everything on the outside. Let's go take a look inside your unit. Coming up the stairs, first thing I like to take note of is where your fire extinguisher is. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows that your fire extinguisher is located by the entry doorway, just in case of an emergency. To the right of the entry doorway is an access panel to your breaker box and fuses. A ton of 15s in there, some 25s, a 10. Highly recommend having a handful of those with you when you go camping. And while I'm down here on the floor, your vacuum system in here, simply lift and sweep away. Close it and it shuts off. Coming to your control panel. Turn that on. It's always preset at 4 zeros. So here's where you can control everything. Settings, turn on Bluetooth, set the date and time, a passcode, anything that you want to set. We don't want to reset that right now. I'll leave that at zeros for you. I'm going to go back to home down here. If there's a generator, you start it here. You can run your awnings out from here. We'll run that awning out. Show you how far to run these out. Up above there is your inverter. There's where you turn on your heated holding tanks if you're getting inclement weather. Your Winegard satellite connect system. So real quick on your awning, you only want to run it out until you see that white flap fall down to 90 degrees and you can see the gray bar. Then you know that you're out far enough. Running it the rest of the way in real quick. Up above here is some accent lighting for your kitchen. Finish running your awning in. Two nice awning lights. Control for that is right above there. Go back to home. Your slides. Both slides you can control from here. The bedroom slide and then the hydraulic slide that controls all the other ones. Back to home, your lights. You turn on and off all of your lights that are in here. Every time you go back to home, hitch. You can raise your front leveling jacks. HVAC, water pump, water heater. Turn on water heater here. Turn it on here if you're hooked up to gas. Turn it on here if you're hooked up to electric. Gas and electric there. Exterior lights, security lights. Control everything from here. Coming up into your kitchen here, you've got your straps here to hold your fridge, in place. On your island, I want to show you down here on the bottom of your island, that is your 12-volt carbon monoxide detector. So if you're going to be gone for the day and you don't have anything plugged in charging your batteries, down in your battery compartment, I'll be trying to remember to show you that there is a battery disconnect. Shut that off to keep that from running your battery down while you're gone. So your lighting for your dinettes here. This is a wireless charging station. Coming into your kitchen here, all kinds of lighting. 110. On your stove, you have an oven light, a panel light. You turn your gas on, hit the spark. If your gas is turned on, it's not filled yet. That'll come on. More lighting here. Self-explanatory microwave. Does have 2-level exhaust and a light. Coming up into the front of your unit, television. Let's talk about your fireplace. They're not just for looks anymore, especially one of this size. This 5100 BTU will warm it up in here quickly. So if you're out camping, early morning, late evening, getting a little chilly, go ahead and crank this up. Use their electricity instead of your gas to warm your unit up. And your television, just want to show you back behind here. See how this pulls forward, one moment. This isn't on a swivel. It doesn't have the boost. Okay. So lighting for here. Show you quickly how one of these sofas come out, and you can do the same to both. So Velcro back. Careful not to steal these away separately because they are connected. Stand in the middle. Lift it up. Pull this forward. lay your back down. Throw these back down as pillows. Just that quickly. You have your bed. Reverse the process. Put it all back. Bring this leg down. Bring this leg down. Under there. And return your back cushions. Here you have emergency exits up here. You can grab this screen and pull it out. Pull this up, and you can literally push this window all the way out. Same thing on the other side. Your fan up here. Your light control. 3 levels on that. You have a remote for that exhaust up there. Find some of your remotes. Come back up into the bedroom. Got these accent lights. You'll see a few of these around the unit. What they are is temperature readers. It allows the furnace to work better throughout the unit. And here's that controller for that max air vent down there. Your bedroom television. Again, temperature reader, lighting. Here's your wine guard satellite system. And over here is the controls for your adjustable bed. I like to bring that all the way down. Show how flat that'll lay. Now, the thing to remember is to bring it back up for travel. Always have that up in a reclined position for travel so that your bed won't hit the end here. Back into the bathroom, you do have your GFCI with 110 reset back here. His and her sinks. Another max air vent controller for this vent here. Turn it on real quick. Hit the on. It'll go ahead and open it up for you automatically. And it'll turn it on and get it going. You can make it faster, slower. Hit it for off, and it automatically closes and shuts itself off. Your big closet, there's 2 folding chairs that match the chairs in your dinette. And of course your unit's all prepped for washer and dryer back here with more 110 with GFCI resets. And this beautiful huge closet. I mentioned the fold down seating in the shower. And your huge rain shower head. That's beautiful. Well, that about covers everything on the inside. Let's act like we're leaving the campsite and close the unit up. First and foremost, look everywhere and make sure that cabinet doors are closed. Cabinet doors are closed everywhere. You don't want nothing to impede these slides coming in. Come up here, come back to your control panel again, and we're going to go to slides. We're going to do the bed slide first. We'll hit in. See how important it is to go ahead and have everything out of the way. All the drawers in there. Drawers and cabinets all throughout the unit. Make sure they're closed. That should be your calling out before closing any slides. See how the bed must be reclined or that won't reach. Now your hydraulic slide. This is going to bring in all the rest of the slides. We're going to hold this in button in.
Depending on where it decides it wants to start. This one here, your kitchen slide's coming in the same time as your living room slide. This all does come in quickly, and you see the importance. Every inch of space is utilized, so make sure that everything's closed. Don't need to ruin your unit just because you decide to close it up. That one comes in, and it looks like this one's going to come in last. That's it, they're all in. So normally we would go in here, so it's still prepping your unit, and can open it back up here in a minute. We would go ahead and shut off all the lights before leaving the unit. Come outside. Make sure your exterior door is all the way open so this doesn't hit it. Lift up your stairs. Unhook this back here. Close your exterior door, lock and deadbolt your door. Lift and turn this handle over your door. You're all secure for travel. We're gonna come to our hot water heater, and we're gonna pull up on this pressure release valve and leave that open. That's gonna drain all your hot water. Once that's done draining, you put that back down or your cover won't go back on. Then you can pull your hot water. Turn the door back up. Come around, unhook any cable, any water. Come up to our auto leveling system again. After adjusting the front, hitch guy walk through that with you, and set your hitch up. And you're just going to hit retract. That retract is going to retract all of them. It's going to pull them all up. Gonna come around, gonna empty some low point drains. So just down above your sewage here is your low point drain. Open that up and drain your waters out. Head on up to the dump station. At the dump station, take your sewage hose. It's a 10-foot hose. Hook it up to the sewage, hook the other end in the sewer, and hit up here. First thing you're gonna do is pull your black tank. This can be your sewage. After it sounds like that's no longer draining, take your black tank, leave it open, take your water pressure regulator again, and hook up to your black tank flush. Turn your hose on and let that run for a good 5 minutes. Wash your tank out, close that up, close your black tank, pull your first gray tank. After you pull the gray tank, go ahead and pull this other gray tank. It's going to be your cleaner waters, your sinks and your showers. That'll clean your sewage hose out for you. And then conveniently store your sewage hose away. And head on home. Again, we thank you guys so much for your purchase. We hope you enjoy this trailer for many years to come. Happy camping.